It is always dangerous to abuse drugs, but these dangers become much greater when illegal drugs are obtained on the street. This is because street drugs are often not pure. Instead, they may be combined with various legal and illegal substances to achieve many different effects. When a drug is mixed with another substance without the user knowing, that drug is said to be laced with that substance. In America today, the deadliest substance that other drugs are laced with is fentanyl, which is responsible for tens of thousands of deaths a year. If fentanyl is so deadly, why would you lace other drugs with it? There are many reasons, none of which are positive for those suffering from addiction or for society. Fentanyl is incredibly potent. That means that even a very small amount of fentanyl can cause users to experience an intense high. Smaller amounts of drugs are cheaper to ship and easier to conceal while being trafficked. This increases the profit margins for drug trafficking organizations and reduces their risk. Fentanyl was initially mixed into other drugs for these reasons, and they continue to be a major driver of fentanyl lacing. However, the primary reason that other drugs are now laced with fentanyl is user demand. Many drug users prefer fentanyl to other drugs because it is so potent and they actively seek it out. It is a substance of choice for many users, and the number of users is growing daily. But why would drug users prefer a drug known to be so deadly? You must remember that addiction sufferers' thoughts and judgment are clouded by their disease. Someone who does not suffer from addiction might hear about a fatal overdose and think, I would never want to risk that. An addiction sufferer, however, might think, that must be strong stuff that gives a better high, I have to try it. Tragically, once many users try fentanyl, they quickly develop a dependence which may lead to addiction. Fentanyl addictions can be incredibly destructive to an individual's life and are frequently fatal. Why are drugs laced with fentanyl more deadly than drugs laced with other substances? Fentanyl is approximately 50 times stronger than heroin, meaning a fatal dose of fentanyl is 2% the size of a fatal dose of heroin. Fentanyl is especially deadly when users don't know their drugs are mixed with it. Because such a small dose of fentanyl is fatal, victims frequently die after taking what would be a non-lethal dose of the drug they thought they were taking. Fentanyl kills primarily by slowing down the body's function so much that they no longer work. The first place that is typically affected is the respiratory system. Tragically, lacing drugs with fentanyl is extremely common. In many areas, most and sometimes all of the supply of some drugs is laced with some amount of fentanyl. The only way to avoid taking drugs laced with fentanyl is to completely avoid taking illegal drugs. You roll the dice with your life every time you take an illegal drug. There is help if you or someone you love is having trouble stopping drug use. Fentanyl use disorders and other addictions are treatable, and millions of Americans live happily and proudly in recovery. Please get started on your path to recovery by using the free resources offered by the team at Better Addiction Care. You can get in touch with our team at 1-800-429-7690 and learn more about what we offer and how it can help make dependence a thing of the past.